I got out of the building. The cardiologist was arrested, but the man in the charcoal suit was never found. The police said the lobby footage showed him always standing in the same spot, for years, like a piece of furniture nobody ever questioned. Welcome to Untold Lores. The Price of Getting Out Part 4 of 4. I don't run. Running makes noise. I press back through the file room door and I think for exactly 3 seconds. There is one way out that they have not closed. The service elevator I came up in. But the elevator is at the far end of the hall, past the door they just came through. I am not going that way. I look up. The ceiling of the file room has a maintenance hatch. I can reach it if I climb the shelving. I start climbing. The shelving shifts under me and I grip hard and go still and wait. No footsteps enter the room. I get the hatch open. Above it is a crawl space with ventilation ducts running toward the far end of the floor. I pull myself in and I move. It is slow and painful and the metal flexes under me with every movement. I count the ducts as I pass them. When I have passed 4, I find a drop vent and I push it open and I look down. It opens into a room directly below my floor, a utility room. Unlocked. I drop. I land hard on both feet and I stand up and I go straight for the stairwell. The stairwell door opens. I am going down. I pass my floor. I pass the lobby level. I keep going. At the bottom there is a door marked with a fire exit sign. It is propped open with a small folded piece of paper. Someone propped this door open for me. Someone knew I would come this way. I push through and I am in a narrow service corridor that runs under the building and opens at the other end into a maintenance alley behind the building. The city is right there. I walk out. The cold air hits my face and I keep walking and I do not look back for 2 blocks. Then I stop. I take the files out from under my coat. I find the nearest all-night copy shop. I copy everything. I send photographs from a pay-as-you-go phone I buy at the 24-hour drugstore on the corner. I send them to the head of the city health board, to 2 journalists whose contact addresses I find online, and to the police. Then I wait. It takes 11 days for the arrest to begin. Karev Biomedical Holdings is shut down. The building is raided. They find the equipment on the secret floor. They find records for over 200 subjects across several years. The cardiologist, her name is Dr. Unicio and I will not forget it, is arrested on the 2nd day. The man in the charcoal suit is never found. The police search the building top to bottom. They find his rooms. They find no sign of him ever having slept, eaten, or existed as a person in any way that left a mark. One officer tells me quietly that the surveillance footage from the lobby, going back years, shows him always there and always in the same position, like a piece of furniture that nobody questioned. They cannot find where he came from. They cannot find where he went. I sleep after it is over, for the first time in what feels like months. 12 hours. I wake up and my body feels like someone scraped it out from the inside, but I am awake and in my own rented room in a place I chose myself. I go back to work at the hospital. The 2 patients I treated that night, both recover, both testify. Neither of them remembers exactly what was done to them on the secret floor. The doctors say this is consistent with the compound found in their blood. A sedative specifically designed so that subjects would not remember. I am sitting in the hospital break room on my first week back, when a nurse I don't know sits down across from me and slides a folded piece of paper across the table without a word. She gets up and walks out before I can ask her anything. I open the paper. It is a single line of handwriting. It says, "I tried. I couldn't get them all out. You have the files. Finish it." There is no name. I turn the paper over. Nothing. I look up at the break room door. The corridor is empty. The nurse is gone, and nobody I ask for the rest of the day can tell me who she was or where she works. I keep the note. I frame it, actually, because whoever sent that message to my phone, whoever propped open that basement door, paid something to do it. I don't know their name. I don't know if they got out. What I know is that when I received a message meant for someone else, containing something that could get me killed, I had a choice. I could delete it and pretend. I made the other choice. The files I copied are in the hands of 3 investigative teams now. More buildings are being looked at. The search is not over. I have not slept well since, not truly well, because I know the man in the charcoal suit is somewhere. And I know he knows my name. And I know that a man who leaves no trace of sleeping or eating or existing is not a man who simply walks away. Last week I came home to my new apartment, a place with no deal, no referral, no one who told me to go there. I checked the front door first thing, both sides. The handle was there, solid and real on both sides of the door. I checked it 3 times. I will probably check it for the rest of my life. That's it for part 4. Follow Untold Lores for part 1 of our next story. Like and subscribe for daily stories.